guy named Ryan in Atlanta bought a Model Y in early 2023. Loved the car, drove it every day. 14 months in, he let a valet park it at a hotel in Nashville. He got it back with 34 extra miles on the odometer. Somebody had taken it for a drive. When he posted about it on Tesla Motors Club, someone asked him one question: "Did you have valet mode enabled?" Ryan had no idea valet mode existed. That feature has been in every Tesla since 2018. It caps the speed at 70 miles per hour, limits acceleration, locks the glove box, and hides personal data from anyone behind the wheel. It takes about 15 seconds to turn on. Ryan's situation is the reason I made this video. Not because Tesla hides these features. They don't. They're all in the car. But because nobody sits you down and explains which ones actually matter and why Tesla built them in the first place. So that's what this video is. The features most owners are completely missing, and the real situations that explain exactly why they exist. Feature 1. Pin to drive. Start here because this is the one with the most direct financial consequence of getting it wrong. Pin to drive requires a 4-digit code before the car will move. Phone key, key card, key fob. None of them bypass it. Without the PIN, the car simply won't shift out of park. Tesla theft has evolved significantly since these cars became common. Modern Tesla theft doesn't involve breaking windows or hot wiring anything. It involves signal relay devices that amplify your phone key from inside your house while you're asleep, tricking the car into thinking the phone is nearby. The car unlocks, drives away, and you wake up to an empty driveway. There are documented cases of this on Tesla Motors Club and in local news reports across the UK, Canada, and parts of the US. Pin to drive stops this specific attack completely because the relay device can clone the proximity signal but cannot input a 4-digit code. Find it under Controls, Safety, Pin to drive. Takes 30 seconds to set up, and you enter it once per drive. After a week, you don't even think about it. Feature 2. Valet mode. Back to Ryan for a second. Valet mode does several things simultaneously that most owners don't realize are connected. It caps top speed at 70 miles per hour. It limits acceleration significantly. No more instant torque launches. It locks the glove box so nobody can access documents, registration, or anything else stored in there. And it hides your home and work addresses from the navigation history so whoever's driving doesn't know where you live. You activate it by tapping the Tesla logo at the top of the screen, then entering a separate valet PIN that's different from your drive PIN. Beyond valets, this is useful anytime someone else is driving your car. A mechanic, a service center tech, a family member you'd rather not hand full performance access to. Tesla service centers have had documented incidents of employees joyriding customer vehicles. Valet mode doesn't prevent them from moving the car. It prevents them from doing anything interesting with it. Feature 3. Voice commands. Most Tesla owners know you can say "navigate to," and the car figures out the destination. That's about where their voice command knowledge ends. Here's what the voice command system actually handles that almost nobody uses. You can say, "Set the temperature to 68 degrees" without touching the screen. You can say, "Turn on the seat heater," and it turns on. "Make it windier," adjusts the fan speed. "I'm feeling lucky," genuinely, opens a random Wikipedia article on the screen, which is a strange choice, but it's there. The useful ones for daily driving are the climate commands. At highway speed, reaching for the screen to adjust temperature takes your eyes off the road for longer than most people realize. The voice system handles all of it, without you looking away from anything. Press the right scroll wheel button on the steering wheel and talk. That's it. The system is more capable than most owners give it credit for, and it genuinely makes daily driving safer. Feature 4. Energy app and trip planning. This one gets almost no attention, and it's one of the most genuinely useful tools in the car. The Energy app, The leaf icon on the bottom of the screen shows your real-time consumption in watt-hours per mile, your projected range based on actual recent driving rather than the EPA estimate, and a graph of how your efficiency has changed over the last 30 miles. The reason this matters practically is trip planning. The built-in navigation already accounts for charging stops on long trips, which most owners know. What most don't know is that the Energy app shows you a projected battery arrival percentage at each stop based on how you're actually driving right now, not how the EPA says you should be driving. If that projected arrival number at the next supercharger drops below 10% while you're on the highway, you have actionable information in real time. Slow down 10 miles per hour and watch the number climb back up. It turns range management from anxious guessing into something you can actually see and control. One owner on a Tesla road trip forum described this as the single feature that eliminated his range anxiety completely. Not a bigger battery, not more superchargers, just understanding what the Energy app was already telling him. Feature 5. Dashcam and Sentry Clip Review. Most Tesla owners know Sentry mode records footage. Most have never actually watched any of it. The dashcam viewer is built directly into the touchscreen. Tap the camera icon, tap dashcam, and you can review footage without pulling the USB drive or connecting anything to a computer. Recent Sentry events are tagged automatically, so you're not scrubbing through hours of footage to find the one moment that matters. A woman named Patricia in Denver had her mirror clipped in a parking lot while she was grocery shopping. No note left. She pulled up the dashcam viewer in the parking lot before she drove home, found the clip, had a clear shot of the license plate. Insurance handled the rest. She'd owned the car for 2 years before that incident and had never once opened the dashcam viewer. The footage was always being recorded. She just didn't know how to find it. If you haven't set up a USB drive for dashcam storage, that's the prerequisite. A formatted USB in the front console port handles everything automatically. The car manages the storage and overwrites oldest footage when the drive fills up. Feature 6. Dog mode and what most owners get wrong. Dog mode keeps the cabin at a set temperature while displaying a message on the screen. My owner will be back. Don't worry, it's X degrees in here. That part most owners know. What most owners get wrong is the battery interaction. Dog mode runs the climate system continuously off the main battery pack. In hot weather, this costs roughly 2% to 4% of your battery per hour, depending on outside temperature. If you leave a dog in the car for 3 hours on a 95-degree day in a parking lot, you're coming back to 10% to 12% less battery than you left with. The fix is simple, but almost nobody does it. If you're parked somewhere with charging available, even a slow level 2, plug in before you activate dog mode. The climate system runs off grid power instead of the battery, and your state of charge stays exactly where you left it. Also worth knowing, camp mode is a different setting that keeps all power systems active, including outlets and the full infotainment system, not just climate control. If you're sleeping in the car or need the interior powered for any reason beyond temperature, camp mode is the right choice, not dog mode. Feature 7. Display customization. First, switch your energy display to show watt-hours per mile instead of the estimated range in miles. The mileage estimate is calculated on EPA conditions that rarely match real driving. The watt-hours number tells you what the car is actually consuming right now. It's more honest and more useful, especially on road trips where the mileage estimate can swing wildly based on speed and conditions. Second, the app launcher at the bottom of the screen is customizable. Most owners have never moved anything on it. Go to any app, hold it for a second, and drag it to wherever makes sense for how you actually use the car. The apps you use every day shouldn't require hunting through menus every time. Small things, 30 seconds each. makes the car feel more like yours. Ryan in Atlanta now has valet mode enabled by default before any hotel stay. Pin to Drive has been on since the week after he posted about the Nashville situation. His words when I asked him about it: "I owned the car for over a year and felt like I barely knew it. Turns out it was doing a lot more than I realized." That's true for most Tesla owners. The car shipped with all of these features. They're not hidden in any technical sense. They just never got properly introduced. If there's a Tesla feature you discovered late that made you wonder why nobody told you about it earlier, drop it in the comments. Some of the best ones I've found came from owners who mentioned something casually and turned out to be the only person in the thread who knew about it. And if this video showed you something you didn't know your car could do, hit the hype button. It takes 1 second, and it's honestly the best way to make sure other Tesla owners find this before they hand their keys to a valet and come back to 34 extra miles on the odometer. Subscribe for weekly Tesla ownership videos. See you next time.